Good morning. I'm really glad that everybody is here today. Um, and I'm going to take just a moment to help myself get settled into this space and my own body and my awareness of my body. So I pushed my chair back so that I'm sitting more on the edge of my chair, because for me, that lets my seat bones come in better contact with the chair. And my seat bones are a place that I find very grounding for me. When I sense into them, I feel like I'm connecting not just to my own body, but also to the integrity of the bones and the space contained within the bones of my body. I love bones. Frankly, I love bodies. I find my body is a much easier place to settle into than my mind. And I know that's not true for everyone, but for me, if I can get myself to settle into my body, then I can more easily bring my mind down and relax it down and let it calm and ground and deepen. All those wonderful things that we love to be able to offer ourselves every moment of every day. And it's not necessary to offer it to yourself every moment of every day, but it's really important to offer it to yourself often, whatever that means to you. So I'd like you to take this time with me. We're going to do just a little bit of support and exploration of some of the pieces of your body and how they connect into deeper relaxation, more resiliency, more ability to go through life and to handle what's coming at you. So as always, we'll start by either closing our eyes or softening our eyes, going into our peripheral vision, using our eyes from the outer rim of the eye. And I always look up at that point, because when I'm looking at the screen, then I have a really hard time not immediately connecting, zooming in, and not using my peripheral vision. So I'm going to try looking at the screen, but using my peripheral vision. This will be challenging for me. Okay, so I'm now in soft eyes, and I noticed right away that I wasn't breathing. So I took a nice big breath. As soon as I got onto soft eyes, it became clear. So I want you to focus on your breath in whatever way you're called to do that. You may like to breathe through your nose. You may like to breathe through your mouth. You may like to breathe through both. You may like to go in through one and out through the other. There's no one right way to breathe. Just accept however you like to breathe, whatever seems the easiest to you. In Bradley method childbirth, we always talked about sleep breathing. Everybody knows that idea, that kind of breathing right before you go off to sleep, where your breath begins to be more effortless, and at the same time, it's deeper. And now I'd like you to take just a couple breaths in, and on the way out, let yourself make an audible sigh. Very good. And just bring into your awareness how that audible sigh immediately helped you relax and go deeper into your ability to sense your body. And if you'd like to, you can continue breathing out with an audible sigh. And allow that sigh to take you anywhere traveling in your body that you notice that it would like to go. Maybe you notice that it fills a particular area of your body each time you breathe in. Maybe you notice that every time you breathe out, there's a draining away in a particular area of your body. Maybe you notice on your in-breath, you have more contact through your feet with the floor. Or maybe that comes to you on the out-breath. Maybe you're noticing something that moves with each breath, one direction and then another direction. Doesn't matter what it is, every person is unique. And now I'd like you to take your hand, either hand, and use your pinky finger to find your belly button. And then let your pointer finger be in the middle of the midline that comes down your abdomen. With all your fingers touching each other, pinky finger in belly button. And then I want you to have the tip of your finger, that pointer finger, to be about an inch over from your midline. So just glide it over and let it settle into that spot. And you may find that there's kind of a nice landing place there. You may notice there's a little soft spot there. You may notice that there's a dip. You may notice that you may find some tenderness there. You may find some energetic connection. You may find a little something under your fingertip, under the skin, just under the skin there, not deep inside you, just under the skin. You may find a little nodule, sort of a head of a pin, tiny little BB, or even a feeling of like a little bit of a thread under your skin. And I want you to just stay in gentle contact with that. And if you feel nothing there, that's okay. You may find nothing. I want you to take your other hand and I want you to reach around behind your back where you think your kidneys are, which are snuggled up towards your ribs, the bottom ribs, way down at the bottom of your rib. And Your pinky finger will now be closer to your head. Your thumb is going to be down towards your feet. And where your pinky finger is the top of your kidney on one side. And you should be on the same side as, so I'm working only on my left side with my hand in the front and my hand in the back. And at the top of your kidney is your adrenal gland. And at the front, where your finger is something called the Chapman's point, which has to do with our nervous system and our lymph system. And this particular point connects to that adrenal gland. And I just want you to sense the energetic connection between the two. You can be drawn to move your finger around on the front in any way that feels like the tissue would like to move. It may take you in circles, it may take you side to side, it may take you deeper into the body, it may say, please barely touch me. Just follow whatever it says. It may want you to turn and point it in a direction, like tuning it from front to back like rabbit ears on an old TV. And just keep playing with it and noticing that there's a connection between your adrenal gland in the back and that point in the front. And you may find that if you get it tuned or you follow the pattern in the front, that at some point you feel everything kind of letting go, sliding or gliding into a new position, maybe softening, widening, maybe the sense of having a baby under your finger is shifting. If you felt something as physical as that. And then I want you to just breathe into the point first in the front and sigh. And breathe and sigh. And continue to do that. And think about all the work that your adrenal gland has been having to do as a mother. All the work it's been having to do to support you as a woman. All the work it's been having to do to support you as a person in the world. And I want you to just take a moment or two to breathe in and sigh out. Connect with the two hands and ask yourself the question, what can I do to help my adrenal gland? What does it need? And let anything come to your mind that wants to come to your mind, anything at all. It doesn't have to make sense. thank this gland. And now we're going to leave a finger, take your hand from the back, bring it around and put it on the front. And now where the front was, and you can take your front finger away. Now you're going to go over to your other side and follow it out about an inch out from your midline. Feel for the adrenal gland spot on the other side. It may be in a slightly different place because kidneys, and therefore our adrenal glands, don't line up exactly in our bodies. So don't worry if these aren't exactly in line. Go by your feel. Find a landing spot. Something that draws you. Again, mine is a little sensitive. When I get on it, for me, I get a slight wave of nausea. Not always, but today. So there's lots of ways you can find what this spot is. Okay, and now I want you to just bring into your awareness the fact that this one goes all the way back to the kidney, which is way back towards your back. That's where the energetic connection is. And breathe into this side. So now I have a finger on each of my adrenal gland points. And I can breathe in and sigh out. And breathe in and sigh out. And begin to notice any differences in quality of one side than the other. One side may feel softer, and this can be physical or energetic. One side may feel deeper, lower, maybe have more energy or less energy. One side can feel, so for me, I have one side that feels more full and one side that feels more empty. So I'm now going to think about how can my full side help my empty side? Through my breath and through connection, so the two sides can talk to each other. I'm asking myself the question, is it that my full side is doing more work or less work than the other side? I think my full side was taking over the show because it's now feeling less full. I see. So my full side was thinking that it needed to do all the work. And my empty side was feeling unused. And we want both sides to be working equally with some balance and harmony. And now I want you to imagine that when you breathe in, you run right down two lines that go down one each side of your spine, but in the front, and it goes right down to those points. And as you breathe out, decide, is your breath going to come back up and out? Or does your breath need to go traveling straight down those two lines and down and out your legs and down your feet and into the earth? And I'm going to be quiet, and I want you to just breathe, whichever way feels just right to you. And thank your adrenal glands for helping you be resilient within your life. And then when you're ready, go ahead and disconnect your fingers. Place them somewhere else on your body so you stay feeling grounded. And from here, you can either close your eyes and go to sleep, open your eyes and go on with your life, or if you're part of the group today, you can join the conversation.